This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 19th of September. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather stays quiet today and tomorrow. No doubt the rain will move in Saturday. The big question is, when will it end? Somewhat of a challenging forecast. Let's go in there and take a look. We'll check the satellite view around the nation this morning. Got a big upper trough in the western states. That's going to help bring the rain Saturday. Got ridging down here, so we'll be warm and dry today and tomorrow. Back behind that trough, it's turning noticeably colder back in the northwest. You can see 30s and 40s over parts of Idaho, Oregon, and Wyoming this morning. We'll cool down a little bit by Sunday and early next week, but not a whole lot, nothing dramatic for this time of the year. Here's a watch warning map. We've got frost and freeze advisories up for parts of the western states now. Flash flood watch for parts of West Texas, but other than that, things are generally quiet. Severe weather possibilities today. The standard slight risk from Kansas up to Wisconsin. Tomorrow, a small slight risk along our surface front around places like Cincinnati and Louisville. And then day 3, this is Saturday, no severe weather expected on an organized basis. While we get wet, we don't think we'll be dealing with severe storms, which is a good thing. This is the rain for the next 5 days. This carries us through Tuesday morning of next week, and the numbers for the northern half of the state have come down a little bit. This is showing amounts of over 1 inch for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden. The bigger numbers down to the south, down around Mobile, where they could see over 2 inches there. Also a 2.5-inch bullseye north of Atlanta in Georgia. And we'll take a look at a lot of model data because, again, timing the ending of the rain is that's the forecast problem this morning, no doubt about that. Tropical weather. Umberto is kind of dying out in the middle of nowhere. Got a disturbance east of the Bahamas. I don't think that'll have a chance to develop. If it tries to, it'll be kicked out to sea. The one to watch is the one down there in the far southwest Gulf, the Bay of Campeche. This thing is hugging the coast of Mexico. Very, very low latitude, and accordingly, the latest model data has started to trend toward a Mexican landfall with no problem up this way. Yesterday the models showed it just kind of sitting down there for days in the southwestern Gulf. Well, now it's showing a westward drift, and the INSEP ensembles basically doing the same thing, a slow drift toward the northeastern coast of Mexico. So the odds of it being pulled north look smaller and smaller. Intensity forecast is kind of a split camp there. Some of the models don't develop this, but some do. If it gets a tropical storm status, the name will be Jerry. But again, odds are increasing. It will not be an issue up here. All right, model fans, weekend fans, let's take a look. This is the OZGFS, valid this afternoon at 1 o'clock. This is in the upper levels at 500 millibars. Upper high around New Orleans, big trough. Moving through the northern states, and down below that for us today will be dry, partly sunny with mid-80s today, very much like yesterday. Tomorrow, got a very deep surface low up around James Bay in Canada with a trailing front. The front comes down through near Milwaukee and Tulsa and Lubbock, Texas, but during the day, we're still dry. I guess you might consider some risk of a shower late Friday afternoon for West Alabama, but the odds are so small, we're just not going to mention that right now. A very good chance the high school football games Friday night will be played with no rain. Let's go to just after midnight Friday night. This is 1 a.m. Saturday. Rain begins to move into North Alabama. There's a surface low just south of Memphis. And that'll be moving on in here. So the rain should begin during the pre-dawn hours Saturday across north-central Alabama, probably sometime between 2 and 6 a.m. This is Saturday at 1 o'clock off the GFS. That surface low is passing north of us. Instead of passing to the south all of a sudden, now it's got the thing up there near Knoxville, Tennessee. And what that's going to do is kind of help push the boundary through at a better clip. And if the GFS is right, it's good news for the football games to be played Saturday night. Now look at Saturday night, 7 o'clock. A secondary low does form down to the south, but this looks generally dry for Alabama's game in Tuscaloosa and Auburn's game in Baton Rouge, if you take this on face value. But I'm not saying that's going to happen. This is just one model run. Now, the NAM is curiously dry. It has been the driest model all along. It's got a surface low south of Apalachicola and really not much rain at all here. So just something for your consideration. Again, we're discounting that as an outlier. Let's look at the high-resolution RPM model. This is a high-res model that performs pretty well. This is valid Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. It's a good soaking rain for the state, but by 7 o'clock Saturday evening, the rain is over for Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. So the GFS, the NAM, and the RPM are looking good for football now Saturday night, and that the rain will be over. But the European remains wet. This is Saturday evening at 7 o'clock, and it's got soaking rains falling around here, and also down in Baton Rouge. The European has performed very well. We all know that, but in a way, it's somewhat of an outlier. So I think what we're going to do now is mention, no doubt, rain Saturday, with the rain diminishing Saturday evening, and kind of back off a little bit on the rain for the football game Saturday night. And we'll have better clarification tomorrow, but at least we've got a chance now the rain will be over, according to 3 decent models, but not the one you're looking at. That's a European. Sunday, back to the GFS, it's bone dry. I mean, it is just dry as could be. Bright, sunny weather with a high around 80, just gorgeous. Low humidity. But again, I don't have the graphic to show you, but I'll caution you, the European keeps the rain into Sunday morning. But again, that's kind of an outlier. We'll go to Monday, and another strong trough up in the northern states, but around here, we're just dry. Should be a very nice day. We'll start the day probably in the 50s, the high in the low, maybe mid-80s. We note that broad surface low in the Gulf, and it just seems like the GFS kind of splits that disturbance with a little chunk in the central Gulf, part of it around the Mexican coast. Nothing really intense. This is Tuesday. We're still dry. Wednesday, just very quiet. Lows in the 60s, highs in the 80s. And a week from today, moisture begins to creep up towards South Alabama, but again, we are dry. So for now, the most of next week for this part of Alabama looks rain-free. We'll check the end of the forecast, October 4th. Well, phooey. If you're looking for a cold air shot, nice, cool, refreshing morning with lows in the 40s, that's not going to happen with that look. We've got ridging here, a 588 ridge. That would be warm, and even a tropical-looking system sitting just off the lower Texas coast on this run. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock or so today. If you can, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening, on the live stream of the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.